Hello everyone, welcome to another video about Starfield shipbuilding. So today we're going to be making the U.S.S. Enterprise from Star Trek. This isn't any particular version, like this isn't necessarily the 1701 or 1701A, B, C, D, or E. Although you could probably pull that off with some minor modifications to the build that I have here. But we've got this split up into three different sections. We have the saucer section over here. We've got the two engines here and here. And then we've got the body of the ship. So we're going to start with the body down here. But before we do that, please understand that this is being made on PC. I used mods to make this. If you have this on console, I am sorry. I do not think this is possible to create on console unless you made a lot of modifications and really downscaled this ship, because it is a lot bigger than you should be able to make. Alright? With that being said, though, these will be in the description in case anyone does wish to recreate this, and I would highly encourage anyone to just get these mods anyways. They're great mods. I have no engine power limits, no reactor limits, no shield limit, shipbuilder tolerance tweaks, shipbuilder unrestricted, the .exe version, and then Shipyards Unlocked. Those are the 6 ship mods that I currently have installed in my game. They're fairly simple mods, but with that being said, for this build, you will absolutely need the shipbuilder unrestricted.exe. You're going to need that, or at least perhaps the other version if you can figure out how to get that to work. You're going to absolutely need the no shield limit, no reactor limits. Okay, the other ones should be optional, but again, I would recommend you just get them all, because they're great mods to have. It really opens up how you can mod your game and build, huge, massive ships like this one. So, without further ado, let's actually get into the build, starting with the bottom. So we're going to go from the bottom to the top, if I can get this to work. Why is this being... There we go. Okay. So, starting at the front here, we have the Fuser DC-403 reactor. It's a C-class reactor. This is a C-class ship. And I'm going to be selecting these and moving these out of the way here in a minute. Right behind that, we have a Hope Tech companionway 1x1. Attached to that, we have the 100 DP Slim Docker. It's on the bottom, obviously. Behind that, we have the Aurora 13G Grav Drive. And then this is where one of the mods comes in, the multiple shields. We have the 104D Guardian Shield Generator. And then we have another 104D Guardian Shield Generator on the other side of our Grav Drive. Behind that, again, this is another mod. I have another reactor, the 104 DS Mag Inertial Reactor. And then behind that, we have the H-40 Atlas HE3 fuel tank. Okay? If you don't want the other reactor, then you could substitute the reactor for another fuel tank, or you could put, if you don't want 2 shields, you could put one of your shields there, or put 2 shields there. That's up to you. I like having 2 reactors so that I can, have all my pips in shields and still run everything at optimal capacity. So, behind that, we've got the 120 LD landing bay. Notice it is flipped around so that you exit at the back of the ship. That's important. And then on the sides here, we have the tail cap starboard aft. We've got one here, and then we've got another one right here. It's just flipped. We've got 3 landing gear on both sides. That is all the landing gears that you need for this this build, surprisingly. Do keep in mind that these are the AccuLanding 11 landing gear. You're going to have to take them and flip them around so that they look like this. These, you can put them kind of on however you want. So just make sure that you've got them where they kind of curve upwards into the ship on this side for these 3, and then again on this side you'll have to flip them opposite direction on this side. Okay, so that should be the bottom of the ship. So we're going to grab this, we're going to move it down, and yes, now I've got 4 errors. That's lovely. So the next level, we have, starting here at the back, because why not, we've got a Stroud mid-bracer, and then in front of that we just have HopeTech companionway 1x1, HopeTech storeroom 1x1, and then another HopeTech storeroom 1x1. Please note you could have a 2x1 right here if you really wanted. I don't care, I don't need that, it's kind of whatever. And then in front of that, we have a HopeTech Science Lab 2x1, and all of the habitation pieces are HopeTech, so keep that in mind. Next to that, we have the HopeTech Computer Core 2x2. And then, I'm sure you already noticed, on the sides, we've got a Teo side cap. We've got 2 of those here and here. And then, on the other side, we have the same thing, Teo side caps. We've got 2 of those. Alright. And then at the very front, we have our HopeTech Workshop 2x1. And then on the sides, to kind of round out the front end of the body here, we have the Nova Cowling 2LSF on the right and on the left, just flipped around. So, that's the middle section for the bottom. And then the top section for the bottom, this is all just decorative pieces, structural pieces. We've got the Stroud Cap A starboard foretop, Stroud Nose Cap B foretop, and then Stroud Cap A for port foretop. So just mirror that, right? Then going backwards, we have the Stroud Cowling 1LA port, and then behind that we've got the Stroud Cap A port aft top. Next to that, we've got the Stroud Cap C. Again, it's just kind of mirroring this. And then we've got a Stroud Cap A starboard aft top. In the center here, we have the Stroud mid bracer to just kind of close things up and keep things nice and uniform. So that is that's the bottom. I should be able to, there we go, get all that back together. That's the bottom piece. Next, let's go ahead and look at the engines, and I'll show you where these go here in a minute. We'll grab them and actually slap them on there in a minute. For the engines, the engine pieces, most of this is just structural stuff. The actual engines are at the very back here. We have the Stroud Engine Bracer A, and then we've got Deimos Hull A, and that's most of this. It's just a bunch of Deimos Hull A's. That's what all of this stuff is. All of these pieces are exactly the same. Okay? And then on the front here, we've got a Deimos Belly 4. and then above that we have a Nova Cowling 1L-FT. Okay, for this, notice on the Deimos hulls we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and the wing is attached to the second one, and then you've got these two things attached to the front. Right? Now for the engines on the back, I have the SAE 5660 engine. We've got 2 of those. I did have a different engine on there originally, but for mobility reasons I went ahead and I swapped to those because it gives you a lot more mobility, and it's really not that big of a deal to have that on there. And then for this side, it's literally the exact same thing, just flipped, right? You can literally copy this and take your wing and slap it on the inside. So we're going to go ahead and select everything now for this. And then you want to take this and you're going to put it right there. See? So there's the body and the engines for the Enterprise. I think that turned out really well. I was very worried about the engines. I didn't know how it was going to turn out, but for what we have, I'm very, very happy with it. Now we're going to get into the saucer section itself. Starting at the bottom here, this piece is important. This is what I call the neck. Okay, this is the piece that connects the body to the actual saucer itself. So this is the HopeTech Armory 2x1. And notice I have weapon mounts on the side just to kind of give it a little bit of flavor, if you will. So those, I'm not actually using them, but that's there. And then right on top of that, to kind of help get you into the saucer section, we have a Nova Cowling 1LTA. Okay. Now going back and looking at this from the bottom, we have the HopeTech Mess Hall 2x3. It's a very big piece, but I did that so that it helps me figure out where I'm at in the ship. Because when you actually go through this thing, it's very easy to get lost if you don't know what you're looking at. So I did that 2x3. And then on the right hand side we have a Nova Cowling 2LPA. Again, another Nova Cowling, just flipped. And then in front of that, we have the HopeTech Battle Stations 2x2. Okay, so that's that piece right there. And then we've got two 200 cm ballast cargo holds next to that. In the center here, we have the HopeTech Control Station 2x1. And then next to that, we have the HopeTech Brig 2x2, and again we've got two 200 cm ballast cargo holds. Moving to the very front of the ship here, we have the Nova Cowling 2LPF. So it just kind of mirrors the back end here. Only difference is we don't have a mess hall up here. We have 3 individual pieces here. So we've got the HopeTech Living Quarters 2x1, HopeTech Captain's Quarters 2x1, and then HopeTech Infirmary 2x1, and then finally another Nova Cowling 2LSF. So that is pretty much all of the living sections, with the one exception of the bridge. The bridge itself, I used a Kon-Tiki B600 bridge. It's one of the smaller bridges, but it still looks really nice on the inside, and you can tell it is a bridge. It's not a cockpit. That's what I wanted, because the Enterprise, with it being so big, you need an actual bridge. You don't need a cockpit. So I put that on there. And then on both sides here, just for a little bit of flare, so it's not just a flat thing, I put the Deimos Spine A4 on the front here. And then we've got the Deimos Spine D4 right here. And then we've got another Deimos Spine D. That's the aft. So all I did, I took this and I flipped it. Just to give it a nice rounded shape right there. And then on the back we have the Deimos Spine A aft. And then on the other side, same thing. It is just copied from there to this end, so that we have a nice matching pieces. And then over here, we've got the Hope Tech Cap A4. And we have another one, again, it's just flipped. Now, for the weapon on this, I put a MKE9 Gauss gun. This is a C-class weapon. It does a lot of damage. So, keep that in mind. This is not a ship you want to mess with. And then over here, it's the same thing. Hope Tech Cap A4, Hope Tech Cap A aft. And then, again, you've got your MKE9 Gauss gun. Okay? For the back end here, I have a Stroud mid bracer. This cockpit is unique in that you go up a ladder into the cockpit itself. You don't need a connecting piece if you have this on top of something. So keep that in mind. On top of that, I have a equipment plate that holds the Obliterator 250 MEV Alpha Beam, and then behind that we have a Stroud Capsy aft top, and then attached to that we have another MKE9 Gauss gun. Notice on the front we do have on the Nova cowlings on both ends, we have two more Obliterator 250 MEV Alpha Beams. So again, this is not a ship you want to really tango with, because it packs a really, really big punch. Now, to connect this is very, very important. What you want to do is you just want to, well, if I can get it to work, place it right there, so that your neck piece right here, the armory, attaches to your reactor, and then it attaches to the workshop. Coloring this entire thing is straight up white, like white. Okay? What I mean is, you see the hue, you see the saturation, you see the brightness. That's white. Okay? It's not this gray color. We don't want that. We want white. And that's everything. The whole thing is white, with the one exception of these two. These two things, if I can select them and not do that, these two are straight up just red. Make the hue red, saturation all the way, and then brightness all the way. Okay? So that's the only thing on this build, currently at least, that is not white. Everything else is white. Now, as far as your flight check, ship is missing a weapon assignment. I don't have all three weapons, and I don't want all three weapons. Like, this thing does more than enough damage. If you want to add anything in, like, say, missiles, I would encourage you to put them down here on the reactor. 'Cause I just think that would look cool, and it actually fits. They shoot, I believe they shoot torpedoes out of this section here in the actual series. As far as the weapons go, Weapon 0, Obliterator, 250, MEV Alpha Beam, and then Weapon 1 is the MKE-9 Gauss Gun. So, it's my favorite weapons of the game. They do a crap ton of damage, so it's great. So, with that being said, we're now ready, and it'll take a minute. There we go. It's going, hopefully the game doesn't crash. There we go. So again, this is it. This thing is absolutely massive. But now, we can actually board our lovely Enterprise. I'm very glad none of this clips too. Just because of the design of the ship, I have yet to encounter anywhere where this clips. So that's a really big plus. And if you want to get in quick, you can go straight to the cockpit if you wish. So let's see. What do we have over here? Okay, so this is our 1x1.
Yeah, boss?
And then over here, we have another 1x1. I don't know why this doesn't have a door right in here. There should be a door. But it's fine. So coming in here, this is the... I don't know what this is. I don't remember.
Yes. Hey, what's going on?
It's not the computer core. I know that much. This is the computer core. Here it is. Okay. I don't know why there's not a door right here. That's weird. Whatever. It's fine.
Okay. It's called space.
So there's that. You got your computer core and all that good stuff down here. And then we can go forward. This is the...
How are you today?
This is the crafting area, your workshop. There should...
I'm up for a little adventure.
Well... Where's the other... I thought we had another one. Maybe we don't. Okay. Down here, here's your docker. And this also gets you up into the next section here. This is... I believe this is the armory. I think. I could be wrong. I believe this is the neck. This is the neck of the ship. But going up again, now we're in the mess hall. You've got an option to go this way, which we'll go ahead and open that up. Why not? And you have an option to go this way. So looking in here, here's the battle station. It's one of my favorite modules just because it looks so cool. I mean, I really like this module. It's one of my favorite. Oh, it's so cool. Anyways, so that's the that is the battle station, which means that over here, this is the brig. So this is where, you know, you could put people in prison and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. I believe you do have to go through the, yeah. You have to go through the battle station to get to other stuff. Can't do it from the brig, unfortunately. Here's your med bay right here. Okay. And then this should be, yeah, this is the captain's quarters. And then this, I don't remember what this is. See, there's so many modules on this thing, I forget what's what. It doesn't matter, it's fine. We've got plenty of space. So, now that we've done that, this is the, oh, what's it called? I can't remember what this thing is called. But it's one of the modules. This is the center module on the saucer, and it leads straight into the cockpit. So this is the cockpit that I chose. I chose it because it's a little bit smaller, and I like this little thing right here. It's terminal. I remember that Worf in the Next Generation would constantly be standing here. This would probably be his station, and then we've got, you know, some other stations here. Let's not fall through the floor. And here, the only problem I have is this ladder. I guess the only problem with this bridge, I don't like that. Now, because some people asked that I fly the ship and take off and all that kind of stuff in the last video that I did with the Outrider, we're going to do that.
Time to greet the stars.
And there she goes. She is flying. So you can see it fully works. Not having any issues with this.
Just like that, we're in space.
Now notice, because of the mods, I've got full pips and everything. And like, I can add on missiles to this thing, and I still will probably have pips left over to throw into whatever. So it's, like I said, this is not something you want to mess with. So this is it in third person, flying. Like I said, this is a pretty accurate build, I would think. I mean, it's more accurate than any of the other things that I've seen on YouTube as of yet. I have not seen a more accurate Enterprise, so. Here we are initiating the grav drive, or the warp drive, if you will. Oh, it didn't do the outside jump. That's sad. Alright, I'm gonna have to jump somewhere else, because it actually looks really cool. Alright, so we're gonna have to jump somewhere else. Let's go to... Let's head over to Volley, because why not? Alright, let's see if it does it this time. Hopefully it
You're clear
does.
to land. Enjoy your stay at Sidonia.
There it goes. This will probably look really cool with the alternate grav drive animations. Willing to bet this would be really, really
Maintain your
cool.
current course while we scan for contraband.
But yeah, that's the Enterprise.
And that's it. Enjoy, Neon.
I wish we could find some pirates to fight, because this, like I said, this thing is
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain
very,
your current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
very, very powerful. Which is funny, because it's supposed to be an exploration ship, but I built it into a combat ship. I wish I could show you the landing animation, but it's fine. Y'all can see that on your own if you wish. So there she is. There's the Enterprise. Anyways, hopefully this has been a helpful video. I do hope that you all appreciate the hard work this took to get working. This took me quite a few hours to kind of think about and plan and get all of it working together, especially with the docking bay. That was a pain to get working with this. So, anyways, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.